Hello. I thought I would pop in and tell two funny stories about when good habits went awry, both fairly recent in my life, both about me. So I'm not talking crap about my clients. Um, so the first one is, and they're going to illustrate two different points. The first one is this morning. I was in the shower, and sometime around the time I was grabbing the bath brush, I noticed that I had no towel on hook. And that is because our very gracious, amazing cleaning lady hadn't put it on the countertop next to the sink, which is her habit for me. And I've adapted that habit so that when I see it on the sink, I then hang it up. Um, so, um, and I didn't think to look because I don't know, I didn't know what day it was when I was getting in the shower this morning. So I wasn't paying attention. Um, and I laughed because it made me think about how sometimes, even when you have the best possible habit, something can kind of get in your way and it doesn't work out. And that's okay. Just give yourself some grace and compassion. Take those very cold steps to the towels that were nowhere near to the shower, and then get on your day and have a good laugh about it. So it was pretty funny. The second story is last night. I was super tired when we got home. We were visiting friends as they were sitting Shiva, and we got back. I guess we watched a little bit of TV, and then came upstairs, and I noticed the dishwasher was full. So I put the soap in the dishwasher and figured, this is great. They'll be ready for the morning. Well, my husband came in this morning and he said, we're out of this certain kind of cup we use for my protein shakes. Could use a different kind of cup. And I said, that's fine. And I said, didn't I run that dishwasher last night? And he said, no. And I said, was there soap in it? And he said, yes. And I laughed because it made me realize something. If you have ADHD, you can tend to be someone who leaves glasses everywhere. Mine, I drink water, so it doesn't matter. I leave glasses of water everywhere. And they're just sort of strewn about the house. I think what probably happened last night was I checked the dishwasher, saw it was almost full, and then I took probably a lap around the house to gather any other last glasses and put them in the dishwasher, except I never went back to the dishwasher. That's how tired I was. So I went to bed and forgot to turn on the dishwasher. I would have been better off just turning on the dang dishwasher. Anyway, I thought it was hilarious because we're talking about habits this month. And sometimes things just go awry. Life gets in the way. Things get a little crazy. I bring this up because often clients will get their whole home office organized, set up, they're good to go, they've got their paperwork going, and then some major life event happens. And organizing, tidying, straightening up goes right to the bottom of the barrel, and you just don't get to it. And this is actually what's happening to us right now. I normally am cranking along on all my tax stuff in January, February. This year, it's almost the end of March, and I'm doing it now because I had pneumonia at the beginning of the year. Life stuff gets in the way. It's not a disaster. We're just going to take an extension. It's really not the end of the world. It's just interesting to me to see how these little tiny stories I told you about earlier today with the dishwasher and the towel really illustrate these bigger moments in our life where when things really go awry, we need to reconvene, regather, restart habit. And what I want to emphasize the most is give yourself a little grace. I just laughed that I hadn't started the dishwasher. The world didn't end. We used a different cup. It's not like I'm a baby who needs a specific pink sippy cup. It could have cared less. It was very sweet of him to ask, but it really wasn't necessary. He found some other perfectly good cups. I think it's hilarious that I forgot to turn on the dishwasher. And I think if you can just give yourself some grace and some compassion and laugh about things, it's better. Certainly, he didn't have some like strong judgmental thing. He was like, okay, I'm running it now. Great, not a problem. What else can I tell you around this? Just the biggie is grace. Give yourself some grace. It's Friday afternoon. If you celebrate Easter, then it's Good Friday. I've gotten my salmon. I'm ready to cook it right after I take my walk, my walk with my girlfriend who lives down the street and her dog. It is the most beautiful afternoon. We finally have sunny blue skies. I'm so happy and I can't wait to walk, which I will do right after this video. I go get my walking clothes and then I'm going to make us a nice, simple salmon supper. And I hope that you all have wonderful plans for Easter. We are keeping it very simple, very small family gathering. My husband wants meatloaf, which is kind of different. I've never done meatloaf on Easter, but that's what he wants. So that's what we're having. It's so simple. Why not? Now, the only other thing I have to remember is to get the carrot cake tomorrow morning. I've ordered it and it just has to be picked up super early tomorrow morning. So that's the only thing I've got left on my Easter to-do list. There is 0 Easter candy in this house. So if you have any extra, you want to drop us a couple pieces, that'd be great. Not that we should have any, but with a kid as a freshman in college who wanted a Starbucks gift card for Easter instead of an Easter basket, which is fine with me. She's going to use that Starbucks gift card way more than eating a bunch of Easter candy. It's going to be a great Easter. So I see a lot of people have jumped on right now. So you can go back and catch the recording. I'll give the short version, which is that I was talking about times when habits go completely awry. And what do you do? How do you reconvene? And I think the biggest thing to think about is just giving yourself some grace, recognizing that stuff comes up in life. And sometimes your really good habits go off the rails and then you just start over again. And it's not the end of the world. You know what? If people are judging you, they're the wrong people. You need them out of your life. Like habit number 1, put some freaking boundaries around people who judge you. You're doing the best you can with what you've got, even if it's making meatloaf for Easter. And I hope you all have an amazing weekend. I will be back here on Monday to wrap up habits because that'll be the end of the month. Actually, I think Sunday's the end of the month. Okay, I really don't even know what day it is. So y'all can figure that out. But at the end of the month, I'm going to show what I did for the Calm app and how my March habit how I got it off the ground this month. Anyway, have a great Easter.